So, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to current events. What do we have here? Stranger Things has finally come to a conclusion with a bone-chilling finale that nobody's... I'm just fucking with you. I won't. First of all, I didn't see it. Secondly, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about these 35-year-old fourth graders and their little fucking misadventures, whatever the fuck they got going on in the woods of Indiana. You know, the only time I've been to Indiana was to drive through Indiana. I sound like a fucking 1990s comedian. The only time I've ever gone to Indiana was to get out of Indiana. What's the deal with states that are fucking flyover states, folks? I'm so sorry to any Indianan listeners out there. Indianans? Any Indianans out there? Shout out to all my Indianans. Indianan Jones and the oil of Venezuelan freedom. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is the Short News Podcast. What did you think you were getting? Welcome to the show. Cue the fucking theme song.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
What year has Jonah?
I'm so sorry. I'm like coughing in the background here. This is not professional. I feel like every time I come on here and I record, it's becoming less and less professional as I get more and more comfortable with you, the audience, who is weirdly growing. Like, hi, new people. Thank you for coming. I'm very glad to see that the audience of this podcast no longer only consists of people who hate me and my ex-girlfriends. So people who hate me. My name is Alex Mador. I hope you don't grow to hate me too. I will do my best to not push you away. So what's been going on in our... God, the weather. Am I right, guys? I don't know how many of y'all, wow, live in the Northeast, but we're seeing a pretty heavy winter here compared to the last couple that we've had. The roads have been very dangerous. I hope that everyone out there has been careful when driving. You don't want to get into an accident. You don't want to get pulled over. The cops are out and about more than they ever have been. They've got quotas to fill, so don't become one of their met quotas. Just drive safe and get snow tires if you can afford it, because Mother Nature isn't playing around this year, folks. I can't tell you how many times I was on the road the last 2 weeks on my way to work during snowstorms at like 6 or 7 in the morning. 7, I'm sorry. But 6 or 7 in the morning. And in my car is a 2-ton slip and slide going downhill in my magical town of Tarrytown to city. But suck my dick. Don't, actually. I'm celibate, abstinent. Don't do that to me. I like this. But anywho, yeah, the weather's been... What if I just transitioned to... Anyways, yeah, so abstinence has been crazy. Just forgot about the weather talk. It's been scary out there. And with the cost of living going up and the prices of insurance seemingly increasing every fucking month, and insurance companies finding every possible way to nickel and dime you, you really start thinking about the consequences when you're on a highway. Once you go like a mile or 2 per hour above the speed limit, you're like, hang on. Traffic court, insurance premiums, just anything involving money or wasting time when time is money. It's tough out there, you know? Like, I love going fast. I love driving fast, but I am a cop magnet. My car, it's one of the Kias that like is notoriously known for being stolen, and I am notoriously known by the police for looking Mexican when I'm half Korean and half French Canadian. I guess, Korean, French Canadian, you add those two together, it equals Mexican. Pienso un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos y la cara azul. Anyways, it's hard out there in this economy, in this weather economy. It feels like everything is working against you. And then you try to escape the weather or the hardships of your bank account by, I don't know, going and watching TV. But everybody's talking about the news. You watch TV, you go online. Everybody's talking about how this right now that we're living in is apparently World War III. I'm still not convinced. I know I said it a bunch last episode when we kidnapped President Maduro. Not we, like you and me, like when President Trump sent the military to go kidnap him. But a lot of people are saying, a lot of smart people are saying that when World War II was going on, it wasn't like the people living in that time while it was happening were calling it World War II, saying like, damn, World War II's been crazy, man. I can't believe that we're doing World War II right now. Or I wonder when World War II is going to end. Like you don't, it doesn't even feel right when you say it like that. Of course I weren't fucking saying that. Are we on the brink of war? I don't know. I feel the tensions rising. I see what's going on at the White House. I see this orange motherfucker tearing down a whole wing only to build a bunker/data center in its place. That man has no plans of leaving, by the way. Like, once his 4 years are up, if he's still kicking, he's not leaving. I very much do not believe that there is going to be a peaceful transfer of power. If you look at his first term as presidency, he tried a lot of the things that he's succeeding in now. He tried to overstep his power and did not succeed in the ways that he is succeeding this time around. It seems like a lot more lawmakers and corporations and executives seem to be on the same page this time around and are willing to protect this man and their own interests, which are pretty much probably the same things. I mean, the guy is a billionaire, allegedly, according to himself. We're in a really bad place right now as a country. And we're seeing that in this second term, he is getting the chance to overstep everything that he did. One of the things first term that he didn't succeed in was an insurrection. They tried it. It looked pathetic. They didn't succeed. He pardoned all of them this time around, too. Which is fucking crazy, by the way. Pardoned all of the wrong people, criminals in business, criminals in drug trafficking, but like the kinds that he likes. And now criminals who fought for him by trying to overthrow the government on January 6th in 2020. Or was it 2021? I don't fucking know. So, God forbid it happens again. And you see this guy on his second term succeeding in all of the things that he failed at the first time. You're seeing some patterns here. You're seeing that his batting average is a lot higher than last season. So you're thinking, okay, well, if he goes for the grand slam, he might actually, unfortunately, be able to pull it off. Now, what are we as Americans going to do? Why do I sound like Tucker Carlson right now? I don't know. But I think that even Tucker Carlson would tell you this shit's fucked right now. We truly got a fascist in president. Wow, my brain is broken. We truly have a fascist president now. And I don't think that anyone can deny it. And I think that the tipping point isn't going to be him allegedly sucking off Bill Clinton, which was the tipping point for a lot of his supporters. But I think that the actual comical tipping point here is going to be a truth or a tweet. Was it or maybe both, a post that he put out yesterday expressing how he wants to now go and ban alcohol, like the prohibition of the 1920s. He wants to bring us back to the roaring 20s. I don't know where he's going with this. I understand that he has allegedly never touched a drop of alcohol in his life and that his older brother did pass away from alcoholism, which is very sad. Believe me, very sad. Smart people are saying it. But you're taking away people's choice here. And if there's anything that a lot of his supporters love having, it's the choice to put poisons into their body as they please, such as alcohol and gas station pills. You take that freedom, that liberty, away from those guys. You take away their Coors, and their natty ice, you got a bunch of people now who are angry that you have taken away something that they believe is a personal right to choose to have, a right to put in their body that they have the right to choose over. You are, taking away their agency, and now they're going to be fucking tweaking. When I quit drinking, cold turkey, you know where I was a month into no alcohol? The fucking hospital. And listen, I'm not an angry guy naturally. Although there are people who have heard or seen me in the last couple of years that might disagree, I'm not a naturally angry guy. But a lot of people are saying that right-winged, alcoholic, beer-loving side is. I mean, look at how they hate people that are different. Whether you're gay, trans, lesbian, Black, Asian, Hispanic, they don't want you here and they don't want you in their neighborhood. And they have made that clearer and clearer every day that Trump has been president. It's not that woke is dead. It's just that it is actively being beaten and jumped and sent to the hospital repeatedly and then given a multi-$1,000 bill and being strapped with debt. That is where woke is. Just waiting for them to make the M&Ms sexy again. I'm hoping that happens soon. Shit was crazy. Remember how mad Tucker Carlson got about that? Devoted an entire episode when he was on cable television to ranting about why can't my M&Ms, my cartoon M&Ms, be sexy anymore? What is so wrong with a cartoon version of a piece of chocolate candy wearing high heels and trying to seduce me? What if I want to eat her out, America? What if I want to? What if I want her in my mouth? That doesn't make it sexist. That doesn't make it a patriarchy. I'm trying to do a Tucker Carlson here and it's not working. Why can't she be sexy? It's very hard to do impressions nowadays. In this week, I'm kind of having an off week, like having a little bit of a stuttering problem, a little bit of an issue, staying on my train of thought. I feel like I haven't podcasted in months when it's only been maybe a week at longest. And usually these episodes are recorded a week apart. So I think I'm just having an off day mentally, and maybe I've lost my mojo a little bit temporarily, I'm hoping. Speaking of mojo, so like, I don't really like talking about my personal life that much anymore, but since I mentioned it earlier, I guess this is a fun thing to mention. Speaking of mojo, I have been abstinent for the last year. Now, like, we're coming up on a year. I've been abstaining from alcohol, but also from fucking and making love. And I've dated. Like, I've done some dating here and there, folks, believe me, but only kissing. It's probably part of why it ends so abruptly. They wonder if I'm not interested. That's not the case. I've just found Jesus. No, that's a joke. That is a joke. The Jesus part. I said this to a friend of mine. They started making fun of me because I didn't realize what I said. But I was like, I'm just waiting for the right person. And they started laughing like, what the fuck? Who are you? You sound like a 18-year-old religious nut woman who goes to church every Sunday. And no, it's me. And I am just waiting for the right person. I don't know. When you've put yourself out there too much, there comes a point where that kind of stuff, like intimacy, fucking, sexual intercourse, it doesn't really feel special anymore. It starts to feel like going through the motions. It starts to feel meaningless. And it starts to feel wrong in all of the worst ways. Like where's the emotional connection here? Why am I continuing to throw myself into relationships that don't suit me when I'm clearly not ready? Because I can't stop thinking about fill in the blank. I'm not fucking filling that blank in for you. I've done that enough the last 10 episodes of yearning. But it's been nice. The not living by anybody else's expectations that comes with that. The being able to go out with my friends and feeling less insecure than I would because I'm not out looking for something. I'm not out looking for someone. I don't think about people in that type of way anymore. Like, it's crazy to say, like, wow, I haven't seen a vagina in like a fucking year, dude. But that's where we're at. That's my little Alex update. My little personal life, little bubble there that doesn't need to be in this, that I will hopefully edit out. But there's really not a lot else going on. I mean, we talked about World War III last week. President Maduro went to court also last week and is pleading not guilty. They brought his wife to court too. Like, what the fuck? Just seems excessive. What seems excessive to me still, and I talked about this again last week, is the kidnapping a whole ass president from another country and saying that we're doing it to spread our Americanism and our freedoms to them, but all we're doing is siphoning their resources and killing their people. But, hey, in a way, that is spreading Americanism. What do they do to us here? They siphon our resources through taxes, through tickets, through whatever fucking way they can think of, taking our money and then giving it to Israel, and they're killing our people. The police, they love doing that. They do that all the time. The White House just tweeted the other day, "We will find you and we will kill you," in all caps. That is not a joke. That is not a prank. You can look this up right now. That is something that Trump's White House tweeted the other day. "We will find you and we will kill you." That doesn't really sound like make America safe again anymore. That sounds like you will do what we say or you will no longer exist. And see, personally, I'm not really a big fan of that. I like to be able to do what I want. I like to be able to live my life my way. I very much like to be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say. So hearing that a lot of the Trump administration and also their Israeli friends want to do away with as much of the First Amendment as they fucking can, it's very disheartening for the future. I don't really know what's coming next, and I don't even want to make a prediction. This isn't as fun as Bill Clinton got sucked off by Trump, and I'm sorry, not every single one's gonna land. I'm very tired. It's been a very long week, and it's fucking Monday. And I don't know, maybe I'll just take a little nap when I get home, but whatever. I don't know. See, look, I'm like fucking delirious and sleep deprived. This is not great. Here's what we'll do. And this is a good idea. I'm going to take a little commercial break. For you, it'll feel like 30 seconds to a minute. For me, it's going to be a whole ass night of sleep. That's healthy. That's the right way to do this. And that's the way to continue enjoying this, both for me and for you. So, in the words of Dr. Phil, we'll be right back after these messages. And we are back. It's many days later. It's a few days later. I started recording this one on Monday, and I felt like I just couldn't do it. And now here we are. I was like so lost, thinking, wait, what are we even going to talk about? What's going on in the world? And I completely, somehow, forgot that ICE just kind of straight up murdered a random white lady for trying to get away from them when she was just like pulling out of a driveway, it looks like. Renee Good was shot and killed, 37-year-old woman. I should know this. My ex is there. Minnesota. There's a lot of shit going down in Minnesota right now, out of all places. It's probably the last place you'd want to move to in January. Sucks to suck. But no, if we're being on the real here, I feel for anybody that's there at the moment. You're currently residing in a crucible, a socio-political crucible that you didn't ask for, and that's got to be horrifying. Renee Good did not deserve to be shot, and the fact that there's anybody even trying to justify that this woman this random American woman, deserved this for driving away from ICE. What the fuck even is their jurisdiction? Do they even have any? What is the hiring process there? They just feel like fake military. They feel like fake mercenaries. It's just the Trump Gestapo. They hire anybody. I fucking hate them. Fuck ICE. At this point, they're not even going after immigrants. They're just going after and killing anybody who's going to speak out against Donald fucking Trump. It's a really scary reality that we're living in now, where that whole poem or whatever, where like first they came for so-and-so, then they came for me, it's coming the fuck true. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems like they're willing to kill anybody that stands in their way, even if they're not really standing in their way. If we're looking at the big picture, what was Renee Good doing? If anything, killing her did a lot more against their movement than just letting her fucking, I don't know, live, locking her up. You could have done multiple different things that didn't involve lethal action here, but instead these trigger-happy Mayo monkeys wanted to go about and end a fucking life. This isn't the first time we've seen ICE being careless in even the last 7 to 10 days. A video came out a few days ago of an ICE agent slipping on ice. Yes, it's very funny in the wordplay. Until you realize the motherfucker kept his safety on his gun off and the fucking firearm discharged when he fell over. There's a number of different ways that could have gotten even worse if the bullet that was discharged had hit a random person. And you know what? Trump and his merry fucking men probably would have come out and said, oh, well, that guy, the guy who died from the stray bullet, it was God's plan. He was a radical leftist. He had it coming. That's what they're saying about Renee. They're saying she was a radical leftist terrorist, and they can just brand anybody that they murder in fucking cold blood and their fucking shithead support base is going to believe them. I hate to use this word, but y'all are a bunch of fucking retards if you believe that orange piece of shit. You need to go back to first grade. But you guys don't believe in school. You want to defund all the schools. I wonder why. Because you don't know 2 plus 2? You don't know what the word biology means? You don't understand what identity is? You don't understand the meaning of that word? Clearly, you don't. I am getting fed up. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to become very sick of the ways that the Trump administration is abusing their power to now end the lives of their opponents. This isn't okay. And anybody that's telling you this is justified is either paid off by some corporate entity or they just really don't like anybody that's different. And it's becoming a very ugly place to live. I'm talking about America. We are the laughingstock of the world at the moment. But not only the laughingstock, we are the entity that the rest of the world fears right now. We've got a commander-in-chief right now who's out there saying he's about to invade Greenland. Is anybody stopping him? No. If anything, the country's top CEOs, including Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates, the flaming piece of shit that he is, have all thrown some money in. They've thrown their chips in to terraform Greenland, to get as much rare earth minerals out of that fucking place as they can. You think I'm joking? Look it up. You want to fact check me? Go the fuck ahead. But that's what's happening. They're going to hostilely take over Greenland. Greenland! It sounds like a joke until it's fucking not. And you've got the Danish over there going, please don't make us American. That's the biggest concern for them. And I get it. Dude, Americans don't even want to fucking be Americans anymore if it means sucking Donald Trump off. It's becoming ridiculous. It's becoming ugly, and I've already said that word, but it's the ugliest fucking place to live right now. And before somebody says, well then, why don't you just fucking leave? Tell that to the fucking Israelis first. Because they're the ones making it really fucking shitty here. They're the ones making us all live in fear, and they're the reason that our own lawmakers aren't fighting for Americans' best interests? Why do you think all of our tax dollars are going towards defense for a country that's not even us? It's disgusting. They're disgusting. But remember the Holocaust. You know what I'm remembering? You know it's really hard to forget that I get reminded of every day? The thousands and thousands and thousands, the hundreds of thousands of children that Israel is responsible for fucking murdering on the Gaza Strip. But oh, it's justified because they're brown and barbaric, right? Because that's what they'll say. You go on Fox News, you listen to BB, you listen to any fucking Long Island Jew, and they'll say the same fucking thing, and it's disgusting, and they're disgusting for saying it. What's barbaric to me is justifying killing in any fucking way. What's barbaric to me is going into a land saying it was promised to you, so let me just level the whole place and not think about anybody else who's resided here for the last however many fucking years. What's barbaric to me is killing children and then trying to justify it in any fucking way. You want to call me hateful? Look at the fucking map. Look at the fucking news. Look at the fucking death toll. And tell me who's really being disgusting here. Because the facts are all out there. It's just some people like to have a really fucked up opinion about the facts. Some people are that delusional that they think that this is some holy war that's justified. But it's fucking not. We all popped out of a vagina the same fucking way. None of us are more special than the other. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you were born, what star that you wear on your fucking neck. You're just as special and just as not fucking special as the next guy. So stop acting like you're so important or more important where killing is something that is okay with you doing to continue the advancement of what you see as your people, when the reality of it is, motherfucker, we're all fucking people. It doesn't matter where the fuck you're from. We're all human fucking beings. Our dad nutted in our mom, an egg was fertilized, and we popped out of the hoo-ha the same fucking way. The only difference is our parents. So you really want to act so special when the way that you were created was truly the least fucking graceful thing in the world? And that goes for everybody. We're all the same, motherfucker. Stop acting like you're better than anybody else. That doesn't give you the right to go and murder in the fucking masses. And that goes for anybody, not just Israel. That goes for America. That's pretty much it right now. I guess Russia too, but they've been doing that forever. You kind of forget about that. Putin's really good at desensitizing people to his war crimes. But I hate to say it, it's not looking good right now. I'm finding it very difficult to come on this podcast and keep my composure. Because the geopolitical climate that we are living in is now directly influencing our lives here on American soil. And it has been, but now it's getting even fucking worse. And not only that, but you've got our motherfuckers over here, ICE, prioritizing locking up Mexicans, sending them home, and killing anybody that's in their way. The White House, as I said in the first part of this fucking episode, I'm pretty sure, posted via Twitter in all fucking caps, "We will find you and we will kill you." Does that sound like a government that has your back? Or does that sound like a government that's going to fucking hunt you down and end your bloodline? God forbid you do anything against them. I've lived in abusive households for most of my fucking life where, God forbid, I undermined somebody, I was going to get choked the fuck out. I'm sick of that shit. I'm not doing it again. And the American people shouldn't fucking compromise on this either. You like the way things are going? I don't care what side you're on. You like this? Does it feel good when you wake up in the morning and it feels like we're on the brink of getting exploded? When every other country hates us, you go online and play Call of Duty or whatever with international players and they start making fun of you for being American. You're the fucking laughing stock, bro. We're the fucking laughing stocks. You can't even get health care. But we can get multi-trillion-dollar military budgets. We can just throw money, make it rain on Benjamin Netanyahu like he's our fucking sugar baby. But we can't help our own people because, oh, it's too expensive. We can't do it. Yes, we fucking can if we stopped giving money to terrorists. I don't even know who this rant is for, because anybody who's going to listen to this is going to agree with me. You're already here. I don't know, send this to a Republican in your family. Tell them they're stupid. It's ridiculous that it's gotten to this point. But this is what happens. And this is what happens when the Democrats, honestly, when the Democrats want to prioritize fake bullshit fucking optics and yas queening their way through politics. This is life or fucking death. And you're going to put up Kamala Harris to run for president against Hitler 2.0? And you're going to blame us for not voting hard enough, for being sexist, when we've got a fucking Nazi, a misogynistic fucking Nazi that's going to steamroll any fucking thing that zanned out fucking piece of shit lib mom is going to say. You think Kamala Harris is a viable candidate? She's never fucking been likable. She's never fucking been a viable candidate for president. I've been saying this since she fucking ran and since before she lost. And she got fucking nailed, dude. It wasn't even like it was that close. Because both sides despise that bitch. And they want to run her again. All right, well, I guess we're going to have more fascism, motherfuckers. I guess the Democrats still haven't learned shit from the Biden administration. They still haven't learned shit from 2016 when Hillary Clinton lost. You think Hillary Clinton is incompetent? She's fucking not, but she's not likable, but she's definitely more competent than Kamala fucking Harris. Kamala Harris sounds like my mom after two absolute cosmos. That's not somebody that should be running against the future of fascism. That's not somebody we should take a chance on. We need a guaranteed fucking W. You need somebody with fucking cojones, physically or metaphorically. It doesn't matter which. Run a woman. Throw a woman up there. I don't care. Just make sure she's fucking competent. Make sure she can hold her own against the king of fascism. But you won't, because the Democrats don't have any fucking balls. You have people like Chuck Schumer coming out and tweeting things like, we need to do something about this. You're the fucking Senate, you piece of fucking shit. Push up your fucking glasses, you old fucking motherfucker. Push up your glasses so you can see the actual Constitution that you're supposed to be defending, you old fucking piece of shit. Or step aside and step down so somebody can actually do the job. I am so sick of the do-nothing Democrats continuing to do nothing and blaming you and me for what? Not voting hard enough? For criticizing them? When they sit there and continue to say things like, this is so bad. Motherfucker, you're the one who should do something about it. It's our job to tell you this is bad, vote you into power, and once we vote you into power, you're actually supposed to fucking take action. I don't see a lot of action happening. I don't see a lot of movement. So this is a message to Chuck Schumer. Fake-ass Chuck Schumer. Maybe stop giving a fuck about Israel and start actually caring about the American people who elected you into power. Because they're not going to vote for you again. Look at your fucking replies on Instagram threads. Look at your replies on Twitter. Look at the voices of the people who are actually willing to tell you that you're fucking up. Outside of your stupid little echo chamber with your administrative, old, elderly, demented pieces of shit who want to be your yes men and tell you that this is what the Democrats should be doing. You fucking suck. Elizabeth Warren? Same fucking thing. Elizabeth Warren came out the other night, said Donald Trump called me. And I told him exactly what I said to, I don't know, like she made a speech about, I don't honestly care because nothing came of it. The point is, she said, Donald Trump called me. I told him exactly what I said in my speech. That's it. Nothing came of it. There wasn't, he said this, he said we're going to work on this. Just, I read in my speech. He nodded. Nothing's going to come of it. And then she has the gall to say, we need to do something about this. Bitch, you're the one that needs to do something about this. Reading him a fucking form letter is not going to do anything. We are talking about a fascist here. I'm pretty sure there's a few things that you could impeach this guy for. I'm pretty sure he's abused his power multiple times at this point. I don't see any justifiable way that this man should be allowed to stay in power. He flipped off the American people the other day. He went to a Ford factory. One of the auto workers in there. Auto workers are the fucking bread and butter of the American people, by the way. The bread and butter of the working class. They're the reason we have fucking unions, you pieces of shit. You inactive pieces of shit who don't want to protect the fucking unions and rather suck off Jeff Bezos. He flipped off an auto worker who called him a pedophile protector. Didn't have to do that. Could have just shook his head. Could have just ignored it. Flipped him off and said, fuck you. That's what Donald Trump thinks about all of you. What happened to the $2,000 stimmy checks that Republicans were bragging about Trump pushing out? They never came. Somebody asked him about it last night. What did Trump say? I never said that. When did I say that? You're being fucking gaslit now. How does it feel? How does it feel, Republicans? How does it feel? You got scammed. You got scammed. You got fucked. Your ass hurts. And now you don't have the health care to get the ointment for it. Get fucked. I'm starting to think you deserve it. But I don't want to say that. Honestly, it's becoming infuriating if you couldn't tell by all of my yelling here. But I'm the guy who should be saying we need to do something about this, not these stupid fucking inactive, the do-nothing Democratic lawmakers who want to posture towards optics, who want to raise money that never goes towards making any sorts of change, but they keep emailing me begging for money. It's all a fucking scam. And then you see pictures, like candid photos that shouldn't exist, but they do, of Chuck Schumer and Donald Trump just like being buddy-buddy behind closed doors. It's like jostling each other like they're best friends. And it's like, well, okay, so you guys are all just playing sports here is what this is. It's like the Yankees and the Red Sox. You're all really just friends, except this isn't a baseball game. This isn't the future of the MLB for one season. This is the fate of all of us, and they're playing with it. They're toying with it, meaning they're fucking toying with you and your fate. You think any of these people actually care about what happens to you or me? I've said this a bajillion fucking times. I hope it's sunk in at this point. They don't care about you. They never will. They'll pretend to, and that makes it even more infuriating. And I'm so sick of pretending I'm okay with it. I'm so sick of coming on here and just having to roll my eyes and be snarky and funny about it, when the reality of it is we're getting fucked in the ass, left and right. And nobody has our best interests at heart. Not in the government. I fucking hate this shit. What's this episode even going to be called? Alex Gets Pissed? The gloves finally come off. I finally took off the kid gloves. I don't need them right now. I'm going to use them to not attack myself now, my fists, I mean, and metaphorically go after the people who are hurting all of us. I'll leave you with this, because I think I need to not finish out this episode or finish it here and take the rest of the week off, because I have been paying way too much attention to what's going on, and I think it's starting to get to me. It's starting to get to me. I just got off a fucking insane work day that I'm not even going to talk about here. I had traffic court yesterday. There were 3 fucking charges. They all got dismissed. I should be happy about that, but all I can think about is the fact that this piece of shit cop wanted to ride my ass and make up a number of different reasons to fucking put me in court in the first place. And guess what? Here we are, 8 months down the road. That motherfucker didn't even show up to his own deposition. What a pussy. What an inverted penis. That's what he is. Officer Castro, suck my cock. Anyways, I know I've been doing a lot of yelling. I know if you're listening to this with headphones in, you're probably never going to listen to me again. You're like, why is he yelling at me? I'm getting anxious. I'm not yelling at you. Don't take it that way, as a lot of the doctors say at my job. No, I'm not mad at you. You get where I'm coming from, right? I'm mad at them. I'm frustrated with the situation. Get frustrated with me. You're supposed to be mad. None of this is okay. You get what I'm saying? When you vote these people into power, at whatever fucking level, they're supposed to be fighting for you. not for the state of Israel, not for their own wallets and the state of Israel, not for President Trump, who's fighting for the state of Israel, who's compromised by the state of Israel, allegedly. They should be fighting for you and me. And if they're not, then that's why the founding fathers wrote in that little thing called the Second Amendment. This has been the Short News Podcast. My name is Alex Mador. Get it right. And I'll see you in the next episode next week. God bless you. God bless America. And Donald Trump, you can suck my fucking cock. Thank you and good night.